that we have our contour line drawing done of our sunflower, now I'm going to show you how you can use oil pastels just to make it pop as an artwork. So when you're using oil pastels, the cool thing about them is that they blend, which I really like about using oil pastels. So I'm going to start with my lighter color first that I see in my image. So whatever photo you're looking at, look for the colors that are the lightest and work from there first. So I'm going to go in and put in light colors all the way around the outside, and then I'll go over top. And I'm actually going to put some even in the middle. And I turned it on its side for that to create a more textural look. Okay, so I've got that done. And then I'm going to go in with some darker shades of like more golds, and because that's what I see in my image. And so I'm going to go up and around. And actually, I don't like that color, so I'm going to see if maybe this one, yeah, I like this one is a little bit different in my view, and some of the petals themselves are this color. Okay, and in the middle, I'm going to add in some dots on this outside edge here, because that's where I see the lighter. And then in the middle, I see a more like sort of a reddish, so I'm going to come in and do that here. And I take the paper off of my oil pastels if I can, a lot of times, just to not have anything in my way. Now I'm going to work with a darker brown. And I'm going to add some of those darker shades into this big section. And I might even put a few out here in the outer ring as well to tie it together. So this was definitely the darkest area, moving into darker, and it was lighter out here. Okay, and now I'm going to use my greens for the stem. I'm going to start with my lighter color first and just work my way down. And again, you kind of pinch your oil pastels. Don't hold them as if you have a writing utensil in your hand. And there's some shade on this. So I'm going to add some of this color in. Nowhere specific, I'm just adding shade. And then I'm going to do the same for the leaf shape here. And here I'm just sort of scribbling it in, because I'm going to blend. I'm going to add in some highlights too, because there's some sunlight coming in. So I'm going to add in some sunlight areas. So I've got that all worked in. If you want to do any more in your composition, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to add in some hints of green over here. I see some dark greens and light greens, the leaf. And then I'm going to go in with some light. Okay, and then let's see, for here, this section, this was a mistake that I made. It was part of the freeform shape of this thing here. That's okay. I think I'm gonna use, I'm not sure what color I want to make that. When I squint my eyes and look at it, it's a sort of a yellowish color too. So maybe I'll just blend a couple colors. So I'm gonna take, yeah, I think I'll take this one and just kind of rough this in for the background. Again, I'm going to blend it, so it's good. And maybe go over it with a little bit of rust color on its side to go faster. And then there's a dark, the background is dark, and I could either make it black or I could make it a dark green. I think I will make mine I think I'll do a brown, even though I know that it's more black than I might, but just for color's sake, I think I'm gonna just rough this in. And you don't have to get too close because you're going to be blending. All right, so I've got that all in. I don't like my white just being all open here, so I'm going to try to find a peach color for my background, and you can use your imagination. Use what you feel would be a good background for yours. If you want to leave it white, you're more than welcome to. Sometimes you have to clean oil pastels off, just because when you're blending and going over with other colors, as you can see on this one, there's like blue and green on it from other places I used it. Again, you want to pinch it, not hold it like a writing utensil. You're going to take your little beak and pinch it. And try not to mix it in with any other colors, or you will get those on your page. It might have been cool to use blue here, but because I'm looking at a photo, I'm just following what I see, but I am more than welcome if you guys use your imaginations to make the background colors. And it helps if you press a little bit hard, but you don't have to press super hard like you're breaking it. It's just a little bit easier to blend the more pastel is on your page. All right, so I have that all on there. So now comes the fun part. I take my index finger, pointer finger, and wrap it in a paper towel, and I'm going to smudge. Now when you're smudging different areas, you're going to want to move the paper towel around so you don't have the same color on there. So I'm going to smudge the petals first and kind of blend in those yellows that I had in golds and the brownish tones. And I'm following the direction that my petals are going. I'm going out off the page, because you want that directional feel to it. And if other colors get mixed in, that's okay. All right, there's my petals. If you want to do the middle, I kind of like the textural look in my middle, so I think I'm going to leave it alone for right now and then see what I think at the end. So I'm going to switch sides here of my paper towel to get a clean spot and blend the stem and anything that is green. Whoops. And you can smudge in a circle for that sort of feel, like to make it look more rounded. I go in circles like when I'm in larger shapes, but up and down, like following the feel of the stem. And then I'm going to move to a different section of my paper towel, trying to find a clean spot. You can always change paper towels. I just don't happen to have one with another one with me right now. So I'm going to start rubbing this way. I mean, I could have chosen to go that way, but I just have in the way that I'm looking at it, I feel the directional lines pulling down. And I'm getting some browns from my background in it, but that's okay because, you know, it does have a little bit of the brown tones in it too. All right, so there I have my plants the way that I want them. Now I'm gonna go for the background, which is gonna take a little bit more blending. Clean spot on my paper towel. Make sure that my page is steady because your hand's going to be getting a workout today here. I'm going to start with this area because I have two different colors I'm blending together. So this one will take the most work. And now I'm going to do this one. And I still have a little bit of that color on here, but that's okay because I think that might add interest even if it does get in there. So just, you can do it however you want. And the same with your background. Just going to blend it all together and smooth it out. Try to make it so that you don't see all the pastel-y marks. I want it to, for my artwork, you might want something different. I just want it all to look kind of blended. Okay, so there's my background, the way that I want it. I'm not real happy with the textural look of this part of the background, so I'm going to go back over it again. I'm just going to go a different way and maybe make it darker so that it can blend a little bit better. Maybe get into some of those sections a little bit closer. And that's the cool part about oil pastels. If you don't like the way that it looks, just go back over it and do something else. Okay. They break very easily. All right, now I'm going to try again and smudge it. See how it goes this time. A little bit darker, more smoother look instead of a textural background. All right, now I like it a little bit better. And if there's anything else that you guys want to add to yours, feel free. But this is just a simple first step way of doing an oil pastel type drawing.